Good morning, fellow followers of Christ, and of course, those who are just curious. I want to share with you something that happened when I was putting together last week's video. As I pointed out in the video, it wasn't one of the best times spiritually for me. But as I was reading the Bible and praying, and when I initially said to myself and realized that evangelicalism is a lie, it was like a light pierced through the curtains of my soul in that darkness, and I realized the truth, but then almost immediately the curtains closed up and I was back into that darkness. But then I said it again, evangelicalism is a lie. And then the curtains opened up. And at this point in time, when I said it again, and then again, and slowly I started realizing it, it's like there was a wedge in the darkness of my own heart and my soul that I realized the truth. And I don't fully understand this truth at this point in time. It's kind of like having a cheap telescope and only being able to see the moon and a couple planets, but knowing that there's so much beyond and there's so much more in the universe, but just not having the right tools and the right understanding to actually fully see it. And even though I'm processing this and still trying to find all the tools needed in order to actually understand this truth, I believe that it's something that I need to say, even if I don't have a full grasp on it. Because even though I don't fully understand the truth or have all the tools in order to help fix the problem, I still need to be able to say that evangelicalism has lied to me so I can start looking at potential solutions, roll up my sleeves and go, okay, let's start working on it. Because when I look at this lie that evangelicalism has told me, that it is a complete and Christian system by which a person can pursue a relationship with God through Jesus Christ, leading to their sanctification and ultimately to eternal life in heaven. It's a lie that's gone on for many, many years, and it hasn't really been challenged that I know of. And it's not like most pastors or my pastor can actually see this truth because they're so focused on what's right in front of them, the people that come to them day in and day out with their problems, that they can't take a step back and realize, oh my word, this is a problem, and evangelicalism needs to actually confront this issue. So I think it's up to me to actually be able to start on this process because God has revealed it to me. And truth be told, I can understand why some people would be overwhelmed by this, and when they see such an insurmountable problem within evangelicalism, and they could just want to go to another faith tradition, another Christian faith tradition that has maybe a more holistic approach to Christianity than the myopic one that evangelicalism has. But a saying comes to my mind, how do you move a mountain? One pebble at a time. And I think that's just where I need to start. And while I don't have very many people who actually watch these videos, I understand that the consequences for me that I have to be aware of is that people might be offended by what I have to say because they've so bought into the lie of evangelicalism being a complete and coherent faith tradition, and they could get angry with me because I'm undermining a deeply held belief. A lot of times when I think of truth and when I get discouraged about some of the things that I see, I look at the Old Testament prophets. God showed these people truth. And even though the people around them, their people, rejected this truth, they were still faithful to what God had shown them. They got up day after day, week after week, and preached that little bit of truth that God had given them, even though the people rejected them. And that's kind of where I'm at this point in time. God has revealed to me this truth, hasn't given me all of the ways in which it works out, or all the answers, but I have to be faithful to what God has given me. You may have a different thing that you're working on or working through, and it can be scary and overwhelming, but you can do it. People aren't going to understand, and many people are going to stand in your way. They want you to be complacent and content with where you're at. They're going to try to dissuade you from ever pursuing the truth. But God is a God of truth, and if you have to make waves and upset the fruit basket, go right ahead. My name is David Patton. I publish videos most Fridays talking about my faith and my journey through it. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and comment. If you don't like this video, well, you can give it a thumbs down and comment. You can also share it with your friends. Somebody might appreciate it. Of course, you can subscribe by clicking right there. And last week's video talking about how I came to the realization about how evangelicalism has lied to me is going to be right there. Have a good week, and God bless.